Hello and welcome to this taste challenge. I have two 40% alcohol silver tequilas. These are mixto tequilas, meaning they have up to 49% filler liquor, not whiskey, but liquor. Probably like vodka, grain spirits, or anything, sugarcane vodka. Anyway, because it doesn't specify what it is, as long as it has the aroma and flavor generally associated with tequila. This is Winn-Dixie imported premium tequila silver. If it'll focus, I'll be happy. Now, Winn-Dixie was established in 1955 with the merger of Winn and Dixie grocery stores. That's why it's Winn-Dixie. Man, this thing doesn't want to focus. Winn-Dixie was bought last year by Aldi. So they're making a lot of changes. I don't know ultimately what's going to happen. Now, have they always had this private label back to 1955? They may have. It's entirely possible. I doubt it, but it is possible. For all I know, Winn and then the Dixie stores had their own private label and they just put them together. But it's from NOM 1143. Interestingly, this glass bottle here, this is from NOM 1142, which I tried tracking down those two different numbers, and it didn't seem like they were really different. But anyway, Ronnie S. says, greetings, Brother Ronald. Same to you, Ronnie. This is a product of Mexico also. This one's bottled by Barton Imports. It was actually introduced in 1974, 51 years ago, by Barton Imports. It's always been a Barton brand. I've been to the Barton Distillery. I took a tour of the Barton 1792 Distillery in Bardstown, Kentucky. It was really a great tour. But Barton was bought by the Sazerac Company in 2009, so there's your story on that. This one is also bottled in Kentucky by Wide World Importers for Winn-Dixie stores. Now, Wide World Importers either was created by the Sazerac Company or was bought out by the Sazerac Company. But I can assure you now it is part of the Sazerac Company, Buffalo Trace, as it's called. Buffalo Trace being part of the Sazerac Company. The most famous part. Breakfast, beer for breakfast, facts for snacks of Canada says Happy New Year's. Same to you. Thanks for watching. Ronnie S. says Montezuma was a great Aztec king who participated in human sacrifice of many young children. Yeah, great. He was great in the sense that he was powerful, but he was evil in the sense that he carried out satanic practices and got what was coming to him. All right, anyway. So they named a tequila after him. I'll show you the website for Winn-Dixie. There is no Montezuma website. They used to do a lot of advertising back in the 70s and 80s, but that tapered off and then eventually became defunct. Winn-Dixie Silver Tequila, $18.99. Until, what are they saying? December 28th. Today is January 1st. December 28th is over. Unless they mean December 28th of this year. Basically, it's on sale the entire year. See, they gotta take a day off though, because they'll get in with the Better Business Bureau for unethical practices. What the Business Bureau says is you can't always have something on sale. That's not a sale. That's the regular price. It's never $19.99. It's always $18.99. But then Winn-Dixie could sell the the 29th, 30th, and 31st of this year, it'll be regular price. So it is on sale for 3 days, for 362 days a year. Albertsons does that, say on sale till 2029. And then they'll take it off of sale, and 2 days later, they'll put it back on sale. All right. So that way they can get around them saying that that's a perpetual so-called discount. Hi, Ron. Happy New Year, and glad to see you okay after hearing about that horrible terrorist attack on Bourbon Street, says KS. I'm okay physically, mentally, not too okay. 32 miles from my house. But I've been warning about this for over 20 years. People say, oh, you're just wrong. They're not like that. I say, no, maybe one or two of them isn't. Or, I mean, they probably are, but they just don't have the bravery to carry out their what they were born to do. That was until the Spanish conquered and converted the Mexican people to the one true faith, says Ronnie S. Well, converted them, at least on paper, theoretically. And I know there are true believers there, but a lot of them are just not really. But the same thing could be said for the United States. We know that. All right. These are true tequilas, though. These are not theoretically tequilas. They are true tequilas. Now, I didn't say they were truly good. I didn't say you should track them down. I just said they are true tequilas. Now, some people will say that's not a true tequila because it's not 100% agave. No, you're wrong. And it's not an opinion. You're wrong because that's a type of tequila. I had somebody try to tell me that Seagram's VO was not a true whiskey. I could name him, but I won't, but I could. And his determination was based on, I don't know, and he never could answer what I said. What do you mean by that? No answer. Of course, he wasn't going to give an answer. He never gives answers. He just makes pronouncements. And if you ask him, what does that mean? He'll just say, I don't want to hear that rhetoric. That's a good way to argue. You make a statement backed up by nothing. And when people call you on it, you just claim that they're speaking rhetoric. Crazy. Not crazy, it's just stupid. Happy New Year, Jay, says Dr. Frosty Brew. Thank you, Dr. Frosty Brew. I wish it was happier, but I thought the conversion of Mexico occurred with the miracles of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Well, that was a big part of it. Yes, definitely. Because they couldn't militarily make the people become Christian. They could maybe, some people might go along with it at gunpoint, where it wouldn't be a true faith, but that had a big impact, of course. Well, Ronnie, no comment. All right. You know what I mean? Gotta watch it. Discretion is a better part of valor, All right. But of course, if one is ill, one must combat the virus. Dave is okay as well. Yes, I just talked to him yesterday, and I text talked, communicated through text today. This smells nice. I can't go long. I got to get set up for the top of the hour for Joker's Wild New Year's. It's got not a lot. It does not have a lot of agave, the agave nectar aroma, but it has an interesting, almost like fermented. I don't know what it is. It's like is it a vegetative? It's something, but it's good. It smells good. I wish I could describe it better. I was going to say like a biscuit, but I know there's no bread, but no sugar bowl tonight. because some of the snakes are still on the loose, probably planning their next perpetuation of negative stereotypes. Okay, now this one has, which of course are always true, but this has a much more vegetative agave aroma. Does this tequila have the additive flavoring? Oh no, neither one of these. That was only the El Toro Silver tequila with natural flavors. I only have one bottle like that. Yeah, and that's gone, but it didn't seem to make any difference. I thought you said one of them might have some flavors added. Yeah, one. That video is already posted. I couldn't tell them apart. So it had flavoring added, but it seemed to have no impact. With flavoring, without flavoring, I couldn't tell the difference. I don't know what they were trying to achieve, but whatever it was, maybe that's what it was, to make it taste like it should taste, and then it did. So I'd like to try the uncut version. Oh, wow, that might not be too good. Now, the regular El Toro Silver tequila, premium tequila silver, yeah, it tastes fine. Yeah. Well, we'll see. There's a potential for that, Ronnie. Any chance you'll try the WD branded gin? No, no chance. Well, I guess there's always a chance, but the likelihood is practically zero. As far as the rum, also, I'm sorry, the vodka also, because they make a WD vodka, a Winn-Dixie vodka 100 proof, and the gin, but I'll probably never get around to it. I got too many other things to deal with as far as liquor. You know what I mean? I got a bourbon backstock that is almost defies belief and maybe logic. All right, so they don't smell alike. They both got their own distillery number, NOM 1142 and 1143, and they do not smell alike. They don't. This one smells more like it's probably a Winn-Dixie. But let's go ahead. Montezuma, been on the market 51 years. I can get that right there at Mathern's. I can get it at Walmart. I can get it at a whole lot of places. They also make that blue label, which is with flavoring, but it's a liqueur. It's a tequila liqueur. It's a blue label. It's called Montezuma Blue. I didn't have any interest in buying that. It doesn't even claim to be a true tequila. It's just a tequila liqueur product. Might be good. I'll never find out unless somebody lets me try them. This one tastes like sugar water and bread. I'm not kidding about that. Do I like sugar water? Well, I mean, I guess. Do I like bread? I like bread. It doesn't really remind me of tequila. All right, let's go over here. Does it have to use Mexican agave? That's a good question. Does it have to use agave grown in Mexico? I don't know. Be kind of counterproductive not to, though, right? Because they got all those agave farms right there in Mexico. Why would you want to import it when it's next to you? But it's a good question. Yeah, this one smells, it does have that biscuit flavor also. But it's probably coming from the process. It has a little agave, that vegetable agave succulent plant note. Medium body, dry finish. Pleasant enough. Yeah, they're all right. This one might be a C plus, B minus. I can't figure it out. Maybe it's more of a B minus because it's arguably good, I guess. I wouldn't make a great effort to get it. I did not make a great effort to get it because Winn-Dixie is all around here, so I just bought it. Actually, that Winn-Dixie I bought it from on United States Highway 61 is no longer a Winn-Dixie. Their grand opening is on the 9th of this month, next Thursday. Grand opening as Aldi. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to try to go in there and see I'm gonna be like, do they have these still on the shelf? Did they adopt a liquor license at Aldi? If they do, I'll be like, okay. If they don't, I'll be like, oh, y'all are crazy. You think you're gonna get business with no deli, no seafood department, no liquor department? If they think that's gonna work in Louisiana, they're woefully they're living in some German dream world. All right. I think people in Louisiana, they do like Aldi, but 9 o'clock in the morning, they may as well open up at 2 in the afternoon, because most people around here in Louisiana, they go shopping at 7 in the morning or 6. It's a very early rising state. So you want to wait till 9 to open? Well, you done missed 70% of the customers. It's like when Wendy's wanted to do breakfast. We're going to do breakfast at Wendy's. Oh, good. We're going to start serving at 7. I said, well, 90% of the people already ate breakfast. I don't know what kind of business you think you're going to have. And of course, they dropped it because I think they brought it back, but they dropped it because nobody would. Look, Popeyes opens at 5 a.m. here for breakfast. 5 a.m. That's kind of late, but they open at 5 a.m. They getting all the business. And Dunkin', because they open 24 hours. Dunkin' Donuts, Dunkin'. But here's Wendy's and Taco Bell. I don't even know if Taco Bell still does breakfast. I think something happened. But they were saying, oh, here we are at 7. My father even said, who in the world is going to wait that long? And so Aldi opening up at 9 a.m. is a travesty. And so I don't know what happened. Hold on a second. Why do people have to call me? Just my father calling to tell me he doesn't think Oregon's going to go any further because they're getting beat 31-0. It's the same old story. What is the deal with Oregon? Have they ever won a national championship? I don't think so. And they were the best team theoretically, best team in college football with an undefeated record. Here they are undefeated. We are the great Oregon, and look what happens. I mean, give me a break. And then Boise State, they always say, we never get respect. We're great too. And they just push us aside. We deserve to play with the big boys. Well, there you go. You got your chance, just like TCU did and years ago. And looks like the patterns persist. Okay. Tom says, would this be a good tequila for beginning tequila drinkers? Either one of these? Yeah, I think so. They're mild, too strong. It'd be a good entry level, yeah. All things considered, would you say your favorite type of tequila is añejo? That would probably be true. I love that. I have that Hornitos Black Barrel. That thing is a jewel with that smoky black barrel. That'd destroy any of these, make a fool out of them. But, this is personal preference. I've had some bad experience with tequila several decades ago. I can imagine what that experience was like. Not to say I experienced it myself, but I know those old stories. Would you say your favorite type of tequila? But I was wondering if this would work for a reintroduction to tequila. It might, as long as you don't do what you did years ago. Why is Louisiana an early rising state? I thought it was just you. I don't know why. I really don't know why. It just is. Maybe because of its rural background of people having to wake up early to go to a farm, do farming work and shrimping and crabbing and fishing. And then we have a lot of refineries here. Many refineries: Shell, Valero, Green Diesel, Nalco, DuPont, Denka. I could name them all day. And be at work at 6. Like the first shift starts at 6. They usually go 12 hours, 12, 12. They used to, well, some of them go 7 to 3, 3 to 11, 11 to 7. But you know what I mean? So if you got to be there for 6, you got to wake up early. And then you get in the habit of doing that. I go to Walmart at 6 in the morning. Half the people in there shopping got a marathon, should have mentioned, marathon, embroidered marathon work shirt, because they just got off of a marathon at 6 o'clock. They go and do their shopping at Walmart. So here's Aldi open up at 9. I just think they didn't do a market research of Louisiana carefully, because how hard would it be to open at 7? I just noticed that the uniform of Boise State is eerily similar to that of the Florida Gators. Yeah, orange and blue. Burley Seldman says, "You, hey Burley, cheers back to you." As Ben Franklin said, "Early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise." Yep. I got up this morning at 2:20. I thought you just woke up early because you used to be a teacher. Yeah, but I would wake up when I was little, like a little kid. I would wake up early when it was dark so I could watch the Lone Ranger. I think it came on at 5:30 or 4:30 in the morning. My father would say, "Go back to bed." I said, "I want to watch the Lone Ranger." And then the school bus, when we went to middle school, the school bus would come at 6:20. That's when the school bus would pass by at 6:20. Well, if the school bus picks you up at 6:20 a.m., where you're going to eat breakfast and you're going to wake up, brush your teeth, then you're going to do all these things. So you're waking up at early hours. We would start school at 7 and we would get out at 2. And when I was in high school, we got out at 1:55. The bell rang at 1:55 to go home. 1:55. So school started at 7:30. 7:05. That's right. I remember now. Started at 7:05 and they let out at 1:55. So that's what I'm saying. That's the pattern. That is the pattern. Look, the morning news starts at 4:30. The local news on television. Morning news starts at 4:30. The early Ron catches the tequila worm. Yeah, the mezcal worm. All right, now the part where I try to figure out which is which. What am I sipping on tonight? Says Craig Creepy. Well, you can see Montezuma over here, Winn-Dixie over here. Which is which? I don't know. I mixed them up. It's a blind taste test. After what happened this morning, I'm lucky I ain't drinking all day. Out of my mind. Crazy. I was thinking crazy anyway, but I mean, I'm not thinking crazy in a bad way. I'm thinking crazy because, yep, you're right. The morning news starts at 4:30, but nobody's watching. Oh, they watch it here. I wish somebody had some sip on. So what happens? What happened? You better go check Yahoo or Bing. Okay, or CBSNews.com or CNN.com or FoxNews.com or whatever, News Network, News Nation. Okay, I got to determine this. I got to make my decision. I can't just sit there and answer comments. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. 32 miles from where I live. I think we all know why he did that. Okay, any reasonable person knows why he did that. It'd be like asking, why does a dog bark? Because it's a dog. Why do they do what they do? Because that's what they are. Yeah, I know you're asking honestly, and the honest answer is they are doing what they do. That is what they have always done. That's how they operate. Um, that one I'm not sure what it is, but let me take some sips here, and then I'm gonna try to determine this. What made me decide to get into tasting tequila? Oh, kept hearing about it all the time. Never had tried it. I figured, well, people talk about it all day. I may as well try it, and then I liked it. Actually, I tried it at a liquor store. They were giving samples, and I tried it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna try this now." Right. Well, they have an incompetent mayor and an maybe a competent DA, but a corrupt. Anyway, not good. No, but they're not running the show anyway. It's yeah. I'm originally from Slidell. Oh, Slidell. Oh, you live in Cleveland now. Yep. So terrible, horrible. All right. Anyway, last sip. I think, but I don't know. But I think this is probably Kevin Johnson says we all knew who runs the main show, but considering, yeah, we'll leave it at that. Right. Well, keep it kosher. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Yeah, you may pardon him. Wouldn't do any good. He's dead. Maybe his friends, he might pardon them. I think this has a little bit more agave type. What kind of work do I do? Oh, just part time work. I'll retire from teaching. Anyway, I think this is the Winn-Dixie, because I don't recall Winn-Dixie having that unusual flavor, although it has kind of unique flavors. It is the Winn-Dixie. I got it. I got it. I got it. So are these similar? Well, they're a little bit similar. Uh, like it's about 50-50. Like 50% they're similar, 50% they're not. So halfway. Um, if I was buying either one, I guess I would buy both because both have interesting little flavors. So this one has its own little thing, and this one does too. So who's the winner? I guess I'm the winner because I could tell them apart. But honestly, hard to say. Hard to say. This one's going to cost a little bit more. It's a little bit higher grade, on the price point. Like when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit. But usually Montezuma will be at the mid range of the lower level. You know what I'm saying? Mid range of the lower level. Whereas Winn-Dixie WD tequila will be at the lowest of the lower level because it's about the cheapest you could find. So yeah, but they're comparable more or less. So yeah. Well, I don't know about Winn-Dixie doing well with their prices. Sometimes if you get to buy one, get one free, that's the good deal. When you could buy one, like a bag of charcoal, buy one and get the second one free. But you got to buy both. So that's how they get you, But yeah, but that's if you're really careful with their sales paper and you follow that. And I know some people that do. They won't, if it's not on buy one, get one free, they won't buy it. They'll wait till the next week. And they can go through the whole year and they'll save an incredible amount of money. But most people are not disciplined enough to do that, including myself. But I do try to feed into that because I bought their coffee recently, 2 for 1. And that was a benefit. It's pretty good stuff. Probably made probably the same people that make great value. You go into Grand Isle in the end of June to fish with your old man, your father. Grand Isle, oh yeah, been there so many times. The world could benefit from more political shows from Jay, says Kevin. I appreciate that. Are you getting a little tipsy tonight, says Craig? No, I don't believe so. I'm not really into that kind of stuff. Winn-Dixie does well with their, okay, wish we had Publix in Ohio. Well, do you think Trump will try to destroy it? All right. Do you think, okay. Y'all put me on now. Most shoppers don't do their homework, so to speak. That's true. Cheers. We used to have Winn-Dixies in North Carolina. Yeah, my friend was telling me he lived in North Carolina like 25, 30 years ago. And they had, but it got a little bit overextended. Like they probably built too many stores and then it retracted. And we've seen that happen. But to close out, at least Big Lots got saved. Big Lots got bought out. They said all their stores were closing down. And then this company came in and bought them out and said, okay. And then the bankruptcy judge approved it today. And they said, okay, we're not going to close down. So the only thing I ever bought at Big Lots really was those real sugar soda pops, like Warhead Sour Black Cherry Soda Pop. CVS is closing many stores. Yes, that's a company that's in trouble. I hope Ruby Tuesdays survive. All right. Enough. I'll see y'all in a minute. Bye-bye.